time, it's bee time. Gather all your friends, it's bee time, it's bee time, it's bee time. The only cure for sadness.
Yes, you're hearing this right. After spending way too long on some other video projects, I'm finally back to Twisted Wonderland. And no, I'm still not covering book 1, because I hate myself and want to suffer, so I'm covering one of the random events instead. And I picked a very special event for today, because I have picked the very first beanfest event, which, if you don't know, was, at least to my knowledge, the first story-based Twisted Wonderland event, and is currently, in the American server at least, the earliest event you can buy in the event's flashbacks menu. It's also incredibly short, being only 14 chapters, so hopefully I can get this video out in a week instead of taking 3 weeks to make a single section. So let's begin.
It's bee time, it's bee time. Gather all your friends, it's bee time.
I wanted to start by looking at some of the event-exclusive cards for this. It will mostly be about the story of this event. I do want to highlight some of the other aspects, and the main aspect that many people often get more excited for than these stories is the event-exclusive cards. So let's look at the 4 event cards that we got for this one. First up, we have Jade, sporting what seems to be a fucking Gatling gun in the shape of a pea pod. I'd say he probably shouldn't have this, but at least it's not Floyd holding it. Then we have Cater, who doesn't get the custom background, which is sad because I personally think the pose and just how he looks in the farmer suit looks really cool. There's a reason I went with the farmer suit over the monster suit, even though I personally prefer the monster suit. Next up, we have Azul, who's the one to get very custom card art, instead of just the PNG of the character on an already existing background, where we actually see him crouching down to get an item shop, and it just perfectly portrays his personality, so naturally it's my favorite of the 4 cards. And then lastly, we have Jack. Aww, bro wants to be Bakugo so hard. Okay, starting with the actual main story of the event, we open in the classroom of Cruel, where he's explaining an event to us. And we get the first of many instances in these events where it revolves around some big holiday or event, and yet everyone acts shocked that the character from a whole other fucking realm doesn't know what it is. We learn about a story of a magic harp that used to sing in a way that brought everyone to great joy. One day it was stolen by a giant, and then a farmer found some magic beans and went and saved it. This is apparently a tie-in to a random Mickey Mouse Jack and the Beanstalk movie. I don't know why that's the movie they went with for their first major story-based event, but it's okay. Anyways, he explains that we're going to be celebrating this event by splitting up into 2 teams, the monsters and the farmers. In past years, the farmers were the only ones who had the beans that they were supposed to flick at the monsters to kind of get them out of the game. But after a while, over the years, the monsters apparently got so bad at retaliating that they decided to just give both sides the beans by default. And thus, the Beanfest was born. Also, can I just say, the school giving up and deciding to just let the kids have basically their own mini World War II every year is the most Crowley shit ever. The group get their assignments. Ace is on the monster team, where he fucking belongs, and Deuce, the MC, and Grim are on the farmer team. Ace and Deuce, even though they make a point to tell us what team they're on, they aren't actually really important to this event, so I probably won't mention them again in this video. On the day of the event, we're actually presented with these very cool looking little, I guess, posters you'd call them, of both teams, and some of the placements are pretty fitting. Like Rook on the monster team. Even though he's not a monster, he's a goddamn demon. Vargas also explains to us the actual rules of the competition. The monsters are put in charge of guarding a fake magical harp inside of a coliseum that the farmer team has to steal. If the farmer team fails to steal it within a certain time, the monsters win, but if the farmer team succeeds in stealing it within a certain time, the farmers win. We also learned that magic is not allowed in this event, even though it used to be, and we learned that it was banned after one particular event where things got a little too heated. See, Crowley does care about his kids. It just has to get to the point of attempted homicide before he steps in. Everyone gets placed in their starting areas, and we actually meet someone who will be important to this event. Cater, who is on the farmer's side, as we mentioned earlier. Oh, funny enough, I actually do have one more thing to mention with Deuce and Ace. Cater fucking sacrifices Deuce as part of a plan to get some supplies. Cater is ruthless. He will leave you to die if it benefits him. After a fight with a couple of monster players, Cater, the player, and Grim actually open one of the crates and get several items, including the very cool looking farmer suits, which we only get to see Cater wearing for now, since obviously we never get to see the MC. After yet another fight, we meet our other main farmer character, Jade. Cater can't tell which of the twins it is at first, but I can tell, because the murderous intent is only in his eyes instead of plastered all over his fucking face like it is with Floyd. After this, we cut to the monster's side, where Jack is running around before getting ambushed by Vil and some of the other farmers, and they have their own little fight. Azul sees this, and after looting the same box that Jack was trying to get, decides to recruit Jack as his main lackey and share the spoils with him. The farmer team walks around and ends up in the botanical garden, where Kaleem is actually cooking something and handing it out to his fellow farmer players. Jade decides to leave, with Jade saying he has some business he'd rather wrap up sooner than later. Meanwhile, on the monster side, Azul and Jack catch Ruggy playing spy for Leona to get him a better PE grade because Leona's already failed and Ruggy doesn't want him to do that again. And since Jack hates cheating almost as much as I hate myself, he decides to capture Leona and reprimand Ruggy. Back with the farmers having their little meal time, Jamil busts in having smelled Kaleem's cooking, and we learn that Jamil is actually the one who gave Kaleem all this food. At first you might think it's because he's cheating, but Jamil actually admits that it's because he wanted Kaleem to actually be able to eat something, because Kaleem has the mental capacity and motor skills of a 3-year-old if he's not being monitored. After a fight, they escape but are cut off by Trey and Rook, who fight with them, and they almost end up taking out Cater, but since Cater posts pictures on Magicam like he's a fucking crack addict, Jade is able to locate them and take out Trey, causing Rook to leave. The group formulates a plan and decides it's the best idea to appoint the one character in this group with no magic whatsoever to go after the monsters and try to capture them. Meanwhile, Jade goes up to a high vantage point of the school to get a good sniper shot, where Azul then meets him. When Azul arrives, it's revealed that Jade actually spared Rook purposely, knowing he'd convince Azul to come up here, and that would lead Azul away from the Coliseum. And we get to see the plan in action. Cater and Grim distract Rook and Jack long enough for the MC to pop up behind them using a potion and capture Rook. He then starts pelting beans at Jack like a son of a bitch, but unfortunately it does not work. MC decides to stop attacking Jack and decides to just make a break for the harp, and we cut away into the last chapter, where Vargas revealed who won. The monster team. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good subversion. They make you really think that the farmer team is gonna win. They put both the MC and Grim on there, and you spend way more time with the farmer team than you do the monster team. So obviously you're gonna assume that they have the win in the bag. So when the monster team wins, it is actually a pleasant surprise. Overall, this event was okay. Honestly, the biggest drawback is the fact that it's only 14 chapters, and most of those chapters are just the characters trying to get to the Coliseum or trying to stop the other characters from getting to the Coliseum, so it honestly just doesn't feel like you get that much content out of it. And I feel like maybe they knew this too, considering we would get a follow-up beanfest event that was a full 25 chapters longer than this one, which I might look at someday, but I don't feel like doing that right now. But thank you for watching this much shorter video, and I promise the next Twisted Wonderland video I do will finally be the Book 1 video. Thank you for your patience, the 3 of you who have been waiting on that.